All right, give it to me.
The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion is advised. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Baby,
I can't wait. Oh, I jumped the gun. My bad. I was waiting for that part, but yeah. Oh, shoot. Hold on, let me get that out of here. All right. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies, Nerds. Your bullying host, Leroy, a.k.a. I could eat a peach for hours, with my co-host.
This is Eli, a.k.a. Lando Calzone-Nessian. Yeah.
Yeah. You made it work. You made it work. Oh, man. And shout out to our third co-host, the Doombot.
All hail the Doombots.
Yeah, because they control us now. So yeah. All right. So like I said, we're gonna just jump into this bad boy. We're gonna get into it. Like I said, we got a show that I watched the whole thing, and Eli saw some of it. But here's the thing: I want Eli to give me his impressions of. We're gonna get to it, but before we get to the impression, I want to know what it is. And that show is, if you haven't seen the thumbnail yet, it is. Did I do it?
It's a pretty thumbnail too. Look at that.
Look at that. Look at the graphic. We have leveled up, baby. Yeah. Look at that. While y'all doing that, looking at all this graphics and all this shit like that, hit the subscribe button. So yeah.
Oh damn! Look at us with all.
We are a well-oiled machine at this point. Yes. If you don't know what's going on, we're going to talk about Spider-Noir.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Noir is a show on Amazon Prime. Like, why is a Spider-Man show on Amazon Prime? We're going to break all that down. We're just going to get to it, and we just get to it. Because the first thing before we get into what we thought about the show and also like that, this is a comic book show. So we got to break down exactly what is Spider-Noir. What is it? Like, it's Spider-Man, not Spider-Man, whatever like that. Eli, so people are so confused on this show, on the internet. People are thinking that, is this the first Spider-Man? Is this what this is about? Like, no, it's not about that. This is an alternate universe Spider-Man show where Spider-Man is that. The very first time I've seen Spider-Man Noir was in Shattered Dimensions, that PS3 game. Remember that?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, back then. So you played as like 4 different Spider-Man and stuff like that, but his levels were only stealth missions.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, cool. So it reminded me of Arkham Asylum. I was like, okay, it's like Arkham Spider-Man. Okay, I can deal with that, you know. I guess the very first time he ever showed up, period, was, you know, Spider-Man Noir 2009. It was a 2008 comic book.
Yeah.
You know, that this show is very, 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 very loosely based on. They kind of just took the aesthetic and just did something completely different with it. And that, you know what? I don't care. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as far as the comic, like I said, it was there. Eli, I think you reviewed it, or you may not have reviewed it. I may have been, I don't know.
I've read, they've dropped some more recent Spider-Man Noir books in recent years because of Into the Spider-Verse, you know? So yeah, we reviewed them on here. Yeah.
Which is what I was going to talk about, because what popularized the character, like all the, and there's some other stuff I can name also, because Spider-Man actually popped up like a few other times also in cartoons, stuff like that. But what popularized the character was, of course, Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, which all the way on the right end, it was Spider-Man Noir, who was also voiced by Nicolas Cage. So yeah, so he's basically, they would get you started right there. And I think the whole plan was Into the Spider-Verse was to like get a whole bunch of spinoffs of as many Spider-Man people as they can. Remember that Asian girl, Silk, not the one in the Spider-Verse, but in the comics, Silk and all this shit like that.
Oh yeah.
She had it. She was gonna make they was gonna show. Amazon was gonna do both of them.
Back the heyday of the MCU, where you get a show and this
get
character
a show. Right?
This
everybody
character has a show.
Right? So that was the plan. Just everybody gets a show. You know,
Koye
was gonna get a show. You know, it was gonna be crazy. But then they realized. But then when they start cranking out so much stuff, and then they didn't want to get the returns they were getting.
What?
You got
Spider-Man's a chick. Fuck this woke shit.
You know it was coming. You know, so you know they were like, you know what? On second thought, let's dial this back some. Let's cancel that show.
It wasn't woke back then. It wasn't woke. It was SJWs.
Right. It evolved into woke.
Yeah. Throwback. Yeah. Nostalgia. SJW. Remember those days?
Right. So I'm like, that's crazy, man. So yeah, they had to do that. So now we're into the new Spider-Verse. And so yeah, and a lot of people thought when this show was coming, would even get announced, people thought it was a joke, like it was an April Fool's Day or something like that. Like, no, it was a real thing. They were doing it, and then now it's a real show. So let's break this show down what it is. Before we get into it, let's get about some background and stuff on that. Like I said, Spider-Man Noir is on there. Funny thing about it, that in the comic book, he is Peter B. Parker, I think his name is.
So he is Peter Parker. And and Into the Spider-Verse too, he's Peter Parker. He's another Peter Parker.
He's Peter Parker in there. But in the show, he's Ben Reilly.
He's Ben Reilly.
Right. Now, if you know your Spider-Man lore, that's a Spider-Man Easter egg right there. Spider-Man, Ben Reilly was the clone of Spider-Man in the regular comic books. For those who don't know, Ben is, of course, Peter's uncle, and Reilly is Aunt May's maiden name. That's how I got the name.
Yeah.
So put them all together, stuff like
that. The Clone Saga.
Yeah. Eli, I'm going to spoil some stuff for you.
I figured you would.
I'm going to spoil.
I'll try to go la 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 when you do.
Oh no. I'm gonna open your eyes and like bird cage or something, whatever the fuck show was. Here's the thing. Ben Reilly is his alias. I
heard about that.
Yeah, it's his alias. So people were like, why is he in Peter Parker? Why is he Ben Reilly? Something like that. Like Ben Reilly is not his real name. Ben Reilly is his alias because he's on the run and he just assumed another identity. They never say his real name on the show, but you can kind of guess. Which I'm always wondering, was it like a race thing or something? Like, I don't know.
I think I've heard that Peter Parker is not allowed to smoke. He's not allowed to do shit. They want to keep Sony, I think it's a Sony thing. Like Sony wants to keep Peter Parker the teen and all, you know what I mean?
Which makes sense because Spider-Man Noir does all this stuff.
Yeah, he's smoking. He's
like he has a gun on the cover.
Yeah,
So that's your typical Spider-Man that you've seen before. So
they don't want to, what's that word? Not tarnish, but you know what I mean. Slander Peter Parker's image.
Right? Because I mean, I guess that's why they don't call it Spider-Man because, like I said, not to say that this is like Punisher or the Boys level stuff like that, but it's a little bit edgier than your normal Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah, there's a bit of violence and blood that I was surprised to see.
Yeah, in a Spider-Man show, you wasn't expecting that, and like I said, and so they go there a little bit on there. So I guess they do want to kind of separate it like at arm's length from your other Spider-Man stuff because this is a little bit edgy, a little bit more hardcore than your typical Spider-Man stuff you see. Because like I said, he does smoke, he does drink on this stuff like that. He shoots people on this show, stuff like that, which you don't particularly see from Peter Parker. But Ben Reilly, hey, it's fair game. Do whatever you want. Other lore dives we're going to do in the show also. Let me see who else we got here. We did Shattered Dimension. We did that. Okay, so now we're going to talk about some characters that are in this show that are related to the Spider-Man comics that they kind of, change up a little bit. It's like that, like fit for this universe, but it's the same thing. So like I said, Robbie Robertson, played by Lamar Morris, my guy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, Eli, this guy is like talent coming out of his ears. We can see it back in New Girl. I know you didn't watch the show.
I never saw that. Sorry.
Eli, the show is hilarious. I know it don't look it. This show is hilarious.
Okay.
Matter of fact, okay, so you see Lamar Morris on a very far end. Next to him is the voice actor of the guy that played Peter B. Parker in the Spider-Verse.
Oh, in the Spider. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so Peter B. Parker.
Wait, was that the Flash?
The Flash. No,
behind on the chick, the dude on.
No, that's Schmidt. I don't know if you've ever seen this show called The Neighborhood with Cedric Entertainer.
I have, yes.
That's him.
Okay. Damn,
everybody on the show is something. That's a Wayans on the other end.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll go down. Yeah, we got way off topic talking about New Girl. Let's get back to Spider-Man. we do a New Girl podcast another episode, but yeah. Well, the point is about Robbie Robertson. He's from the comics. Like I said, he's a thing. The thing about Robbie Robertson, okay, everybody knows about J. Jonah Jameson. Robbie Robertson is the number 2 guy at the Daily Bugle. So when Peter Parker is doing his thing and selling his pictures, stuff like that, normally he deals with Robbie. He didn't deal with Jonah.
Yeah.
That's the guy, that's his connection to the Daily Bugle like this. He deals with Robbie like that. Robbie is an old character. He's like one of the oldest Marvel characters, Black Marvel characters in Marvel. Like I think he came a year after Black Panther. So he's been in comic, like he was created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. He was in that run,
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't even want to click here. What am I going to click here? Yeah, like I said,
there he goes, right there.
Robbie Robertson was in the original Spider-Man trilogy, stuff like that, played by Bill Nunn. We all know Bill Nunn. So yeah, Like I said, he also had that infamous line, "I heard Spider-Man was there," when he looked directly at Peter Parker. You know,
Oh yeah.
That's why I think I got that. There's a trope, Eli, going around that I have noticed that in a superhero movie, there will always be a black person that knows the secret identity, but they don't tell anybody because they mind their business. Every movie is like that. I can go down the road. Diggle, Perry White, all the Perry Whites. I can just keep going down the road. But yeah, who else we got down here? Let's see. Cat Hardy. So have you made it this far in the show?
Yeah. She's in the. She hires him.
She hires him. Okay. Yeah. So of course, Cat Hardy is Felicia Hardy, aka the Black Cat. For those that don't know, that is Car. She's playing the femme fatale. Like I said, this is a detective noir story, which every detective noir story has to have a femme fatale. That's her, which is Black Cat, is always been Peter Parker's femme fatale. You know, the love interest / villain that always get him in trouble, that he got to get out of trouble, something like that. That's what she does. So that's easy. You know, just do that. Eli, does she look familiar? The actress.
It's not ringing any bells.
Okay. This actress played Grace in Sinners.
Oh, okay.
Same lady. Right. Most people don't know that. They were like, "Oh, yes, her." Yeah, so that's Grace Sinners. Come on in, you motherfuckers. So yes, that's her. Because they had to see her, branching out. Let's see what else we got here. We got here Silvermane.
Oh yeah.
Here's a funny one because people are like, so who is Silvermane supposed to be? Is he supposed to be Craven the Hunter or something? Because he Maine and like, no, Silvermane is Silvermane. He's from the comics. Silvermane is from the comics. He was the mob. He's like basically one of the earliest mob bosses that Spider-Man ever fought. He was Kingpin before Kingpin. That makes any sense. All kind of shit like that. Like I said, Silvermane, made by Steve Ditko, Stan Lee, all that runs like that. He had a bunch of goons like that, which I'm surprised a lot of those goons didn't show up in this show. Like Hammerhead. I just knew Hammerhead was going to just show up in this show. But apparently Hammerhead didn't even show up in the comics as a noir villain. Like, how? That's like easy. But whatever. Because basically Hammerhead is based off Flat Top, which is a Dick Tracy villain, which this whole show reminds me of. Anyway, go down the rabbit hole. Not going to go down there. But those don't know about Silvermane. He dies and comes back as a cyborg. So, yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. This is later on. This is not in the Steve Ditko run. So I don't think the show is going to go down that road. Spoiler, Eli, that doesn't happen in the show.
I didn't think so.
Okay. Just so you know.
I didn't know it happened in the comics.
Yeah, it happened in the comics. It was a thing. Yeah, but yeah. What else we got here? I don't even know. We just go down the road. Oh, and the mob. Okay, so they reimagined his villains into mob goons. Sandman on the left, Tombstone on the right. So thought that was pretty cool. One thing I did like about this that was pretty awesome is that they kept the connection between Robbie Robertson and Tombstone in the show because they have history. Like I said, they're childhood friends. Frenemies, if you want to say. I think he bullied the shit out of him when he was younger. Anyway, they know each other. That's the whole point. So yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. They didn't grow up together in this show, but they have basically all their scenes are connected together. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, now we're going to get into some other shit also, because as much as the show deep dives into lore, is other stuff it deep dives into that is not in lore. Like this guy. It's very, very simple. Remember the guy that set himself on fire at the beginning of the show?
Addison, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, this Molten Man. Not Molten Man. Just some random asshole to get a shot and get set on fire. So yeah. Which, like, you could have just made him Molten Man. Like, Spider-Man fights fire guys in comics.
I thought I Googled, like, is he supposed to be the original Human Torch? But no.
No, he just some asshole. Just whatever. So I'm like, whatever. Another one that was in there is, let's keep going down the road. Bam. Okay. Have you made it this far yet with the electric guy? I think he shows up later on. He doesn't show up in, but yeah. So that guy that has electric powers is not Electro. So people are confusing it too. Why is Electro white? Like, Electro always been white. Okay. But he's not playing Electro. He's playing Megawatt.
Okay.
Yeah, I just think that, like, who the fuck is Megawatt? So yeah. So, and I looked it up. Megawatt is an obscure one-off Spider-Man villain from a 1993 comic. He fought one time, never fought again. He's that guy. Got electric powers, same powers as Electro, but not Electro. So I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
What else we got here? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, we'll come back to that. The UBO. So yeah, so that's all I got with that one. So now we just talk about exactly what's going on with the show. Now that I gave you the deep dive and the Easter egg stuff like that, we can talk about what I thought of the show. Now I got notes, but I don't know what my notes is, so I'm gonna just freestyle, go at the top of the head of the show. All right. So this show, a lot of people want to see, they see Spider-Man on the thing, and they want to talk about how Spider-Man is, on Amazon Prime. First off, how did this show get on Amazon Prime to begin before I talk about the show? So for those who don't know, this is a Sony production. Sony made this show. Sony produced this show because Sony owns the live action rights of Spider-Man. So how did Amazon get the thing? What they did is put a bit more. That's all they did. That's why it's not on Disney Plus, even though Disney Plus on all the Marvel stuff. Amazon Prime outbidded everybody. They outbidded Netflix, outbidded Disney Plus, and so that's how they got it. So it's that simple. So yeah, so on the property. So what do I think about this show? I will say this: there's another war going on between which do you watch it in black and white or color. Before I get into what I'm going to say, Eli, how did you watch it?
I watched it in black and white.
Okay, good. You're on the right side of history. Okay. There's a whole war going on. People are arguing stuff like that. Where actually the actors of the show, like the Lamar Morris, had to come out and say, like, "Look, y'all can watch it however you want to watch it. Y'all don't have to argue the whole time about that." So,
but of course, it's
but that's the internet. Of course, we're gonna argue. Like you're not a real man if you don't watch a Spider-Man show in black and white. Like you can watch a Spider-Man show in black and white.
You're racist if you don't watch it in the colored version.
I've heard that too.
Oh Jesus!
Yes,
that was just a joke. Holy shit!
Yes, people are saying that.
Of course, this people are that stupid.
Yeah, that's the internet for you. We get dumber and dumber just being on here, but yeah. So anyway, talk about the show. What do we think about the show? So the thing about the show, first, let's talk about Nicolas Cage. I think this show is makes or breaks by Nicolas Cage. This show, and remember, I told in like one of the other podcasts, I was wondering how much Nicolas Cage is going to get in this Nicolas Cage.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the most Nicolas Cage things Nicolas Cage has ever Nicolas Caged.
Okay.
He goes full Nicolas Cage in the show. Not at the beginning. In the beginning, he kind of eased you into it. Like the last 2 or 3 episodes, yeah, he's full Nicolas Cage. They just like the reins are off, the leash is off. It really feels like they just let him do whatever they want to on this show, and it's either going to work for you or it's not going to work for you. Because sometimes Nicolas Cage can be too much Nicolas Cage people. Sometimes I loved it. I thought it was awesome. Plus, he's acting a very specific way on this show that I think only Nicolas Cage can pull off. Like he's basically doing, like, I know you noticed it already. He's doing like a Humphrey Bogart, like an old style,
James
Cagney, like the old style. Like he's mimicking their acting style back then, because like it's a detective noir story, but it's also a 1930 like Hollywood drama that he's playing in. So yeah, you want to come here for the Spider-Man action and see Spider-Man swinging around like that, and you get that. But this is first and foremost of the detective noir story, very first and foremost. So this is more Shadow than it is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
More, Zorro or, Sin City. The Spirit. Like all those guys, like those pulp heroes. It's like that.
Yeah. Dick
Tracy.
Kind of me? Like Dick Tracy.
Yes, like Dick Tracy. Yes.
That's what I say. When you mention Dick Tracy, you're going down rapper. Oh no, it's totally Dick Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that's what Dick Tracy is. Like, for those who don't know, a dick is a detective back then.
Yeah.
So that's what they call him. So yeah, plenty of time they call him a private dick. So yeah, it's very much Dick Tracy in that vein. So like I said, it's more that than Spider-Man. So you think he's gonna see here like all kind of like crazy, brand new day action. Wait for brand new day. This ain't that. Mm-hmm. And that's why I almost think like, is Nicolas Cage my favorite Spider-Man? Reason I'm saying it, Eli, because I'm gonna say this about Spider-Man for like live action Spider-Man. I almost feel like anybody can do that. Like, I think it's pretty easy to find Spider-Man. Like, we've had 3 live-action Spider-Man already in the movies. I think all you got to do is just find, like, a nerdy-looking white guy that can fit in a onesie. And that's half of Spider-Man right there. That's it. Yeah, Tom Holland gets points and still like he can do a backflip. But other than that, that's kind of it. Now, but here's the thing. Nicolas Cage, of course, is not doing that. Like I said, he's 62 years old. So he ain't doing that shit. But here's the thing. Can any of those Spider-Man, live-action Spider-Man, can they do what he's doing? They can't do it. They can't pull off hardboiled detective 1930 detective noir story. They can't do that. They don't have the acting range to do that. Nicolas Cage do that. Now, can he play off Spider-Man? He don't really have to, because it's kind of obvious it's a stunt double when he's doing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if it's not just flat out CGI. So it's funny because you got Nicolas Cage, like I said, he's 62, he's up there, yeah. But meanwhile, you got this when he's Spider-Man, this young guy just bouncing around like, come on, that ain't even Nicolas Cage, man. What are y'all doing? But he's doing what he wants to do, so I'm fine with that. Like I said, if you look at it, but if you want the comic book lore and all stuff like that, I just went down the whole row of all the comic book stuff. I'm pretty sure there's other podcasts that can point out even more stuff than I did. I kind of just gave you a brief run up down of it, but it's all in there. It's there if you want to get to it. Like I said, Lamar Morris, he was still in the show every time it's it. He was matching Nicolas Cage beat for beat on this one. He was even out caging Nicolas Cage sometimes. I'm gonna spoil some other stuff for you, Eli. He's impersonating Nicolas Cage a bunch of times to save Nicolas Cage's life. So he's doing Nicolas Cage in a bunch of times on the show. So I'm like, okay, this is crazy. Kind of like, the cover form, like, okay, if Nicolas Cage is over here, we're Spider-Man. So he's pretending to be Spider-Man also like that. So I thought it'd be cool. And while we're talking about, Nicolas Cage doing James Cagney and, Jimmy Stewart and all those guys like that, Lamar Morris was doing a very specific impersonation that I didn't even catch in time. Somebody on the internet pointed out to me. He's doing Denzel.
Oh, and Devil in a Blue Dress?
And Devil in the Blue Dress. Yes, like that. I'm like, oh, shit, he is. So go back and watch Devil in the Blue Dress and then go watch the rest of Spider-Man
great movie. That. That's a fucking awesome movie.
That's Spike Lee. Love it, yeah. So
that wasn't Spike Lee. That was Carl Franklin, wasn't it? No, I think it was Carl Franklin who did Devil in a Blue Dress. You're thinking of Mo Better Blues, man.
Oh, shit. You're right. Here's my card, Eli. Here's my card. Yeah. You're right. The whole time I'm thinking like
that's
Spike
an awesome
Lee,
flick.
Right.
No,
you're right.
You know how you say how I hate the 90s and shit?
Right.
No, that was a dope movie from the 90s. I was into
Mo Better Blues.
Mo Better Blues.
He's doing Mo Better Blues also. So like I said, all those Denzel, Malcolm X.
And that's
before he became Malcolm X, Chicago Red.
That's what I wish the show had a little more of, was that jazzy do. That
you talking about Spider-Man or you talking about Mo Better?
I'm talking about Spider-Man Noir. How the show
it gets more in there.
Okay, yeah.
Which honestly, that's why I like Lamar Morris because he actually serves a purpose in this story. Because, like I said, another spoiler in there, racism shows up in this show.
Oh, I saw like the white only signs and shit.
Yeah, which it fits it fits his role in the show. Because, like I said, Lamar Morris, like he can go to Harlem and he can get answers and questions about the detective. Like I said, detective story. So the whole point is finding out the mystery about what's going on. So Lamar Morris, even though he can't go to the whites only hotel, he go in the back and talk to the help and stuff like that because they'll talk to him, but they won't talk to Nicolas Cage. He go like, hey, brother, slip a dollar or something like that, and they give him all the information he needs. I'm like, shoot. He go up to Harlem, get all kind of answers he needs like that. And I'm like, okay, so he's making it work for him. I'm like, yeah. So they bring it in the Harlem point to us. So that's what I'm saying. He's trying to play the coolest dude he could possibly play, which, I mean, can you get cooler than Denzel? And he's playing like Chicago Red and Mo Better Blues and Devil in the Blue Dress, all like that. I mean, it's Denzel. So, plus, he's done Denzel impressions before. You ever seen Game Night?
Game Night? I don't know.
You probably haven't. It's a Jason Bateman movie. It's a comedy.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I might have. I don't know.
He's in that also.
Okay.
And some reason, I don't know, I'm getting off subject also. But anyway, he asks his girl, have you ever, had sex with a famous celebrity? She's like, yes, Denzel. He's like, I don't believe you. So he starts going off and crazy and just doing a Denzel impression or some shit like that. It's crazy, and he's doing the exact same thing in this show. Either way, awesome. Love it. He's got an awesome character arc in this show. But yeah, like I said, and the action for a TV show is slick. I'm like, okay, we're getting a Spider-Man action on TV. I kind of like that. Okay, cool. So yeah. Oh, now what do I prefer? Do I prefer black and white or color? I do feel like if you watch color, you are doing it wrong. You eat your pizza crust first. I feel like you do that. So, I feel like the way you need to watch it is black and white. And then somebody that actually worked on the show even said it. We filmed the show in black and white. Like we specifically lit everything to be black and white. The color thing came later on when Nicolas Cage said that, hey, maybe you won't like maybe like the younger kids can't get into black and white. They need color to get into it. So I'm like, okay. And I know I said I was going to be big and bad. I was going to watch both of them. Man. I was going to do black and white first and then color right after that. I tried to watch color. I couldn't watch it. I couldn't get into it. Now, the reason I couldn't get into it is because I felt like it was too bright, too vibrant, too, techno color and stuff like that, to the point it was hurting my eyes. I'm like, I can't watch this. It's just too much color popping all over the place, stuff like that. So I was like, nah, I can't do this. But I tried, but I couldn't. But I will say this: the only thing I feel like I'm missing out on the color version of the Spider-Man Noir TV show is Lamar Morris suits, Robbie Robertson suits, because his suits are popping out. Like he just dripped up and down on that show. So I just like that. So wish you could have seen that. Didn't see it. Hey, here's what it is. So trying to think what else I got to show. Eli, you there? Or you dipped out?
I'm here. Yeah,
okay, cool.
I'm just listening, man.
Okay,
just listening to flow, man.
Okay, I'm coming in the flow state right now. Trying to think what else we got here. And like I said, I was enjoying the detective noir going on there. There's some awesome cinematography shots in here. You know, another thing this reminds me of that you say it's detective noir also, Chinatown.
Yeah, the movie with Jack.
Yeah, it reminded me of Chinatown also. Yeah. So, and that's what Nicolas Cage was trying to do this whole time with this. He was trying to make references to older movies and other detective noir stories. So, if people did like Spider-Man Noir, then maybe it'll gravitate to stuff like that, like Chinatown, and maybe some other detective noir stories like that.
The Big Sleep, and
or any Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Touch of Evil, yeah.
So, like I said, because like I said, Hitchcock was heavily into detective noir.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, like I said, I'm enjoying it. I love a season 2, but the way it sounds like, I don't know if they're interested in doing a season 2. Plus, I heard this show is kind of expensive, so I think this might be like a one-off. Plus, it's Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage ain't really like a TV guy anyway.
Yeah,
yeah, it's kind of like a get in, get out. But he just loves Spider-Man or just loves Marvel so much. So yeah, of course he's gonna do that. So yeah, I think that's all I got. I don't think I got anything else for them. So. Like I said, I know you still finish up on the show. I'm going to give my rating on it. I'm going to give it a 4 to 5. I liked it. Like I said, it's I liked it. 8 hours is a lot because I thought it was going to be like a 30-minute episode. No, it's 8-hour-long episodes, So it's a lot of meat on the bone for this show. So that's what I'm saying. And I think it may be an acquired taste also. Like you watch it, some people might not be into the black and white things, might be into the color thing, but however you want to watch it, you can watch it. You already said it. Let's see what we got here. Exactly what I thought. Yep. Oh, is this a real person?
I don't know.
Nope.
Is it bot? Is it a bot? Are they a bot?
I don't know. They might be. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening, bot. Talk to Doombot. Y'all hash it out. Okay. But Eli, like I said, you watched 2 episodes of it. I'm interested in what your impressions of it so far. So yeah.
I'm loving what I'm seeing so far.
Mm-hmm.
I loved what I saw. And I probably would have watched more, but my internet was out almost all week. So,
which is why we didn't record last week.
Yeah, that's why we didn't record. Yeah, sorry for my boss who was wondering. Well, yes, my internet went out. We decided to take the week off.
And why is the first thing y'all say every time we don't record? Oh, me and Eli beefing. We not. It's just shit comes up, man.
Yeah. So my internet was out all week, so I fell behind on something. I didn't even watch the Boys finale until the other day. So I just couldn't watch. Yeah, it's weird when your internet goes out. You really can't do anything.
It's weird. Like remember, before we Eli, we grew up in the era before internet. We're supposed to be able to adapt to this.
I broke out DVDs. I broke out some DVDs and the Blu-ray.
Like we're supposed to have a survival kit for when the internet goes out. So yeah.
Yeah, I was back to playing PlayStation discs.
Yeah, because my nephew, when the internet goes out, it's just like the world ends for him. Like he has no idea what to do at that point. So yeah.
Oh shit! I better but yeah. So yeah, I wasn't able to watch. I only watched the first 2 episodes. Mm-hmm. But when I saw those first 2 episodes, I loved it. I loved the look of it. I loved the feel of it. I actually thought Nicolas Cage is cool for being for a character that he's playing that's older and sort of cynical and just doesn't care anymore. You know what I mean?
Right. It kind of almost gives like a Dark Knight Returns feel to it.
Yeah, I think he's doing fine for what he was. I mean, and the writing, the dialogue, that witty dialogue, you can tell that whoever's making the show loves film noir. Like they love those classical film noir.
Like it's like very little details in it. You like catch like they've done their research on this.
Yeah, the Big Sleep and the Maltese Falcon and the Touch of Evil and all those, Angels with Dirty Faces, all that shit. You can just totally tell the influence of that. And yes, the action is dope. Like there were times where I forgot, oh yeah, this is a fucking Spider-Man show.
Right.
So yeah, I was digging it. I'm really digging it. I'm digging the Easter eggs. I'm really into this, like it's going into the themes of film noir, which are kind of coming back right now since film noir became popular during the Great Depression.
Yep.
when the country was kind of in a shit storm and people were more cynical and were kind of more pessimistic, and film noir sort of reflected that, the dark shadows and the seedy underbelly of the cities and shit. And you had cynical characters that didn't give a shit, that made bad choices. And then you had women, you could seedy dames that you couldn't trust the women,
That's almost I almost missed that, because remember, in the old Detective Noir stories, you had the overlay. Oh, the dame walks in the door, legs all the way up to here.
Yeah,
I was hoping they do that, but I realized you can't do it. You can't go too noir.
Yeah. The moment I saw her, I knew I shouldn't have trusted her.
Your saxophone playing in the background.
And and a couple days later, she would prove me right.
Right.
He's a tortured character with a crappy past, and it's very pessimistic, and it's just sort of reflected the times. And I feel like this show kind of is very in the now as far as socially, it's reflecting our current times. So it's cool that the film noir feel of the show is very much fitting the time we're living in. The dark, seedy underbelly of the city and all that. And, and the shadows, and the contrast, the dark sides and the light sides. And I'm really digging on it. Like I said, I only watched the 2 episodes. I'm digging the story. I'm digging the mystery. I can kind of figure out what's going to happen. I mean, it's all there.
The thing about the mystery is not really too much of a mystery, because Ben Reilly kind of figures it out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But the trick is, how can he prove it?
I can tell where it's going. I mean, it's all there. All the tropes are there. He's the hardboiled detective. He's got the witty, tenacious secretary. There's the femme fatale. You have the reporter, trying to break the scoop. Hush Hush. What's that movie? Danny DeVito on the QT. LA Confidential. Another great movie from the 90s.
Right.
And then the mob boss, and they're the mob's involved somehow, and they're trying to.
And it's a bigger conspiracy.
There's this conspiracy going on. There's
all of that is there. So
yes, the distrust of society, and the government and the darker forces, like all those, the Maltese felt like Chinatown, the rich land baron, and all. You know what I mean? Like there was all that shit's there. So yeah, I really dug the first 2 episodes, and I kind of wish I didn't have to binge it, because I would love to just.
Oh, Eli, this thing went by so quick, man. I mean, this show just flew by for me.
Yeah, I would love to just like break this down every week. It's just it feels so like there's a lot to it, like the look of it, and yes, all the Spider-Man Easter eggs, and just the cinephile Easter eggs, the movie references,
Like I promise you, I caught a Citizen Kane reference in this.
Oh yeah. Was it Touch of Evil? He did Touch of Evil, right? The one with the long shot.
Talking about Orson
Welles?
Was
Orson Welles. Yeah, I think that was. Yeah, that was Touch of Evil. Yeah, same thing. The corrupt cops and all. And the mobs.
Right.
Yeah, great stuff. I'm digging what I'm seeing. So far it's 4 out of 5. Well, fuck it, 5 out of 5. I'm gonna go.
And that's the thing. Thinking about it, I might go higher because I really like this show. To be honest, with you. So,
I'm like, wow, this is like. I watched the first episode. I'm like, holy shit, this is awesome. And
the only reason I can't rate it higher because I do feel like this show is almost kind of acquired taste. Like Eli, man, we're cinephile, man. We know more about movies than the average person.
Yeah, we're old.
We don't just consume movies on TikTok.
Yeah, we're old.
Yeah, we watch movies. So of course we're gonna get more out of. We're gonna get those references, not just the comic references, but the movie references and the cinema references and the Dark Noir references, all Pulp Fiction references. Where other did I say Pulp Fiction? Pulp Hero reference I meant to say. But your normal person just want to see Spider-Man. They may not catch it, So that's all I'm saying. So
yeah.
But for those that do like this show and into it, but don't know about all those like that, watch a few black and white movies. Watch some Hitchcock.
Yeah, watch some Hitchcock. Watch the Maltese Falcon. Watch the Big Heat or the Big Sleep. Both of them. Big Heat, Big Sleep.
Yeah, because here's the thing. They're actually good movies. Not great movies. They're good movies. Like entertaining movies. You'll like them.
They're good. Yeah. Casablanca.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like Casablanca. You hear about Casablanca, you're like, "This is one of the greatest movies of all time." You watch like, "Oh, I'm finna be bored." And you watch like, "Damn, this is a good ass movie."
Yeah, Humphrey Bogart.
Humphrey Bogart killing that shit, man. So like, so y'all watch this shit, man. So
and then you can watch like Devil in a Blue Dress, which is an awesome movie,
right?
And L.A. Confidential. Watch them shits. They're great.
Hell. Honestly, I was getting Harlem Nights flashbacks on this shit. Like seriously, if like the beats are think about it, you got a femme fatale in there, you got a gangster, you got all the bootleg and stuff like that. It's all there.
Yeah. Jasmine Guy, she was the femme fatale.
Yeah. Not saying Nicolas Cage playing Eddie Murphy or anything like that, but
You punch like a bitch.
All right, but I think we talked enough about it. We can move on past it.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm digging on it. I'm tempted to just binge it, but I'm tempted to like let it breathe too.
But I'm telling you, this show flew by for me.
Yeah,
really did.
I kind of want to just ration it out and just kind of just like let it linger, because it is really good. Like it's a really, really cool, probably one of the coolest shows I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
And as far as like comic book storytelling, one of the coolest shits coming out of Marvel in a long time.
This is my thing, because technically it's Sony.
So
my thing is this. Sony been putting out crap.
And like then they put this out.
3-4 years with Craven and Matt Webb. Like, y'all had this the whole time? Y'all could have did this?
No shit.
But y'all giving this bullshit like Morbius? Like, what the fuck are y'all doing, man?
Yeah.
They're playing in our face. You let it play in our face.
Yeah. This was awesome. And, and like, what was the last? Oh, yeah, I guess Daredevil was pretty good too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we're almost like in a golden age of comic book TV show.
A
right
resurgence.
Like the movies suck.
Yeah.
But the TV shows are hitting on all cylinders right now. So
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of, okay, we'll do the next part of the podcast.
Sure.
Next, we're talking about one comic book TV show. Now we talk about another comic book TV show. Even though Eli didn't see the end of Spider-Man, he did see the end of The Boys, which is the end. They're done. This is it. It's over with. So yeah. So I'm gonna step back and let you talk about this because, like I said, I'm Spider-Man out on this. So,
yes, like I said, my internet was out. I didn't get a chance to see The Boys finale till just the other day, like Wednesday or whenever I watched it, and I liked it. I know there's been a lot of chatter. There's a lot of like backlash against this show this past season, but I did enjoy it. And yes, I agree. This season wasn't perfect. In fact, the last few seasons weren't that perfect.
I feel like this show peaked in season 3.
Yeah, I think the last couple seasons sort of kind of drew out, kind of felt drawn out and kind of made a lot of detours and got a little convoluted and just kind of stalled.
On top of that, season 5 almost felt like a backdoor pilot for the other Soldier Boy show.
Yeah, and but yeah, I agree. Like, and even this season, I felt like the plot was too thin and they just didn't have enough story to sustain 8 episodes. So they just kept making stalls and detours
and quests and all the stuff like that.
Yeah. I did feel that. However, the finale, I felt stuck the landing and gave us what we all wanted, which was to see fucking Homelander.
Did it, Eli? Did it?
I felt it did. I was satisfied. Yeah, because I wanted to see Homelander get got, and he got the fucking got.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that. Like I said, I enjoyed the season finale. Well, series finale also. I think they stuck landing. I think it ain't on the way they wanted to. However, can I play devil's advocate?
Go ahead.
Okay, because the internet, wanted something different. They saw this poster about Homelander, with scorched earth, everything just blowing up, something like that, where he's in space, shit like that. They wanted that.
Oh,
they want him to destroy a few cities, blow up, Paris or shit like that, and get taken out.
They want like an epic finale.
That's what they want. That's what we want. Because I'm seeing all kind of AI videos saying how boys should have ended, or they even being clever and saying how the original show was supposed to end. And they're just making up a fake script of what they wanted. So he's like taking Butcher into space, fighting him and shit, throwing, the pyramids at him and shit like that. Just making up bullshit,
They wanted
shit that they never planned. Yeah, never wanted to do. They got him throwing tanks and blowing up cities and shit like that, like he destroyed New York and some shit AI video. They never planned any stuff. Here's the thing. When has the boys ever done shit like that?
Yeah.
The show is gory. The show is bloody. But nobody watches the boys for their fight scenes or their action scenes.
Yeah.
That's not what we tune in. So why did anybody think that this finale was going to be anything different than that? See, here's the thing. Marvel has fucked y'all brains up. I hate to blame Marvel, but it really has. They think everything has to be in-game. If it ain't in-game, fuck it. So I don't know why they expected some, Butcher was going to fight like, 100 superheroes and shit like that on his way to get to Homelander. That shit was never going to happen, man. Like I said, the way it ended was supposed to have happened. It was an incident in the White House, thing like that, and that's how it ended. And it was, it was cathartic the way it was. Not just the Butcher thing, but not just the Homelander thing, but the way Butcher ended with Hughie.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was the emotional thing right there. Like, yeah, they friends. Yeah, they've been kind of on a fucked up side of friendship like that. But Hughie, he did look at him like a brother, like an older brother. But he knew it came down to, and most people kind of missed the stuff like that. Like, why did he pull a gun on Butcher? He had to, because what Butcher was doing was going to kill every soup on the planet. We're like, well, good. And he's a soup.
Yeah.
His future baby mama is a soup. So he has to choose between a Butcher and Annie. Like, if he let Butcher go through his thing, Annie dies. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
So
Kamiko dies.
Kamiko dies. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he can't let that. Yeah, some of the other soups are asshole, but he can't sacrifice them.
Yeah.
No, it's not gonna happen. He's like, no, I'm gonna pull a gun on you, and that's it. So yeah. So I thought that was a very emotional ending to the show. I thought.
And Hughie represents humanity. He's, a hope for humanity.
Yeah.
That not everybody's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, like I said, he was one of that's the whole reason he was on the team. He was supposed to lead them on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
Without being corrupted himself. That was the whole point. That's the whole point Butcher put him on the team. That's why when he finally killed Butcher was actually okay with it.
And he even said,
he
even said at the end, you never changed. All the shit I put you through, you never became like me. You stayed yourself.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
So when Butcher died, he was actually okay with Hughie killing him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because Hughie was good.
Yeah.
Hughie was a good guy.
He was a good guy. Yeah. With all the even Mother's Milk, like this whole season with him going down a dark path, people telling him, hey, you becoming too much like Butcher. And he had his redemption arc. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
The season wasn't perfect. The show, like I said, petered out these past couple seasons. Narratively, I felt. But still, that being said, even though it wasn't perfect, I was always entertained by this show.
Yeah.
This show always made me laugh. It made me cringe. It entertained me. And I never took it that seriously because this show was a satire. It was a parody.
Which people didn't catch it until season 4.
Yeah, this was a parody of the comic. Like, Garth Ennis hates superheroes. He wrote the comic as a parody of superheroes. And so, I never took it that seriously. I watched this as a satire, as a parody. So I never took it that seriously. So all that, and I never took it I know the show had it was trying to say a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it wore its politics on its sleeve. It wasn't a deep show. I know. I think I felt like the show was trying to be deep, but it wasn't that. It wasn't subtle. It was very in your face of what it was trying to say.
Right.
You know, so I never had no great epiphany of watching The Boys. I just it was it knew what it was saying. It knew what it was doing, and I didn't have to think about there's not this deep social commentary. It wasn't that deep. It was very much in your face where it stood. You know, socially, the political commentary, all that. So it wasn't a deep show, but it entertained me. It had a message, and it shoved its mess. It was constantly shoving its message in your face, but it was entertaining, and that's the bottom line. I mean, yes, movies and art can have messages, but if you're not entertaining, you're just a fucking commercial.
Right, you're just preaching at them. You're just talking to the person.
Yeah, and this show was fucking entertaining. I was always laughing. It was a blast to watch. The show was always enjoyable for me to watch. Even when it got boring, even when it made its detours and meandered, it didn't know what it wanted to say and got convoluted and tried to incorporate all these different characters and plots that, you know, didn't really pan out and shit. I still had fun, you know. And I'm kind of bummed that it's done now.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the thing. I felt like damn, it's over.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn, that's because I kind of felt sad when the thing was finally over. Also, I was like, damn, so no more boys.
This is it, you know. And you know, whenever the show came on, even though it would take like a year or two for the new season to come out, you know, I was like, oh shit, the boys are back, and this shows how I forgot how cool the show was.
Yeah,
you know. And now that it's over,
so when I found out that was it, and there's no more, like that's the last episode we're ever gonna get from this show, it's like, I kind of felt down about that too. Like, damn, one of my shows that I enjoy watching that I used to renew Amazon just to watch, it's gone. That's it.
Yeah. So, all the Butcher. I'm gonna miss those Butcher quotes.
Yeah, people always talk about Homeland. Hell, Butcher was just iconic to me on the show. All the stuff he does,
diabolical, you know,
diabolical. Sharks, diabolical.
Yeah, that shit he said about the Spice Girl.
Right, that shit still stuck in my head.
Posh Spice, she wasn't even in the crew or whatever. She was the worst one out of the whole fucking crew.
Right, but when they're together, they're the fucking Spice Girls. They're like, how do you fuck you know so much about the Spice Girls?
Yeah, that shit was funny. What do you say? What was that? What he said? Like, if at first you don't succeed, find another hole to fuck.
Like Butcher said some funny shit.
Yeah,
on this
he was always making me laugh. Like I said, the show was entertaining. It had its issues.
I'm almost tempted to rewatch it like from the beginning. I'm almost tempted to do that, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it had its issues. It wasn't perfect,
right?
But it was fun. The show was fun, and that's all that matters. So yes, I'll give it the finale a 4 out of 5.
Even though it wasn't in-game level where, you know, they didn't fight in the moon and the shit, you know. Okay, whatever.
Oh, when Mother's Milk killed Allfather or whatever, when he blew
the titanium ball gag, yeah.
I laughed my fucking ass off. That shit made me laugh, you know. And yeah, so that counts for something. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest,
right? But
it was fun.
So, and that's all that matters. Were you entertained? Are you not entertained?
Yes, that's what mattered the most. I liked the show because it entertained me and it was fun to watch. So
okay, Eli has some more stuff we're going to talk about, but I think we're just going to jump to the next part of the podcast. Okay, we're here.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it's Comic Book Bullies. We're talking about comic books. We're going to jump into it. Eli, let you go first. Whatever you want to start off with, we can jump in from there.
I will do Abso WW number 20.
Cool.
Absolute Wonder Woman number 20.
All right. Let's see. Bam. Let's get to it.
So yes, the Absolute Universe. Everyone talks about Absolute Batman and how cool it is, and Absolute Batman's the greatest shit ever, and all that shit. I believe this is just me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you disagree. This is my favorite Absolute book.
What? Okay.
Yes, Wonder Woman. Absolute Wonder Woman is my favorite Absolute book. You know, I'm only reading Absolute Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman. But, you know,
not Absolute Flash and
I
Martian
tried
Manhunter.
reading Martian Manhunter. I tried reading Absolute Flash. What else was there?
Absolute Green Lantern.
I felt like I didn't know them enough. I don't know that lore enough to really get like the significance. So I kind of dropped those books.
Yeah.
But Absolute Superman, I'm reading. I dig that. I'm digging them. It's not like I don't like them, and I'm digging Absolute Batman and Absolute Superman. But I'm just saying, Absolute Wonder Woman is my favorite.
Right.
You know? I've been hearing good things about Absolute Green Lantern too. I have not read it yet though.
Okay. I reviewed, I think, like the first two books kind of had a horror type feel to it, but
okay. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that it leans more into darker noir.
Right. That's the new thing. That's new hotness right now. Noir.
Yeah. Bringing Sin City back and shit.
Right.
Oh yeah. Watch Sin City.
Watch Sin City. Also very, very, very heavily influenced by Detective Noir.
Yeah. But anyways, Absolute Wonder Woman number 20. This has Wonder Woman battling Veronica Cade.
Cade, I think. Yeah.
Cade, whatever.
So like that.
The billionaire chick. She's
her Lex Luthor, but yeah.
Yeah, basically. She has basically been capturing enhanced people and doing experiments. She had captured Zatanna. She captured Barbara Minerva.
Cheetah.
Yeah, Cheetah. And basically doing experiments on stuff. And now she's trying to she's using this big giant robot thing to capture Wonder Woman. So the first half of the book, Wonder Woman's fighting this giant robot, and then the robot kind of traps her and catches her, and then captures her, and then brings her back to the lab, to Veronica's labs and shit, where they're doing experiments on her.
And that's some Dragon Ball Z shit you just did.
Yeah. Yeah. And but basically she's trying to they're taking blood samples of Diana. They're basically trying to take Diana's powers, to create a super whatever experiments that Veronica is doing. Mm-hmm. The problem though with this version of Wonder Woman, this absolute version of Wonder Woman, is Wonder Woman got all of her superpowers from the gods. Mm-hmm. So she doesn't own them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yes, for those who don't know, Absolute Wonder Woman was raised in hell. And then she came to Earth and decided to fight for, people, humans. But yeah, all of her magic that she has, all of her powers were given to her by the various gods. So they're basically on loan, like she pawned them, you know what I mean? So she doesn't own them. So here Veronica is trying to take them from her. And while she's being captured, Hades just reaches up and grabs her out of the fucking lab. Like his hand just comes up out of the fucking floor and grabs Diana through the floor and takes her back to the underworld. Damn. And that's kind of where it ends. But she's like, no, I didn't want, because she's trying to bide her time while she's in the lab, while she's being experimented on, because she's trying to save everybody. She's trying to save Minerva or Barbara. And, and yeah, so she didn't want to leave, but Hades grabbed her and took her back to the underworld and probably oh, this chick's trying to take your powers, but they're not your powers. They're my powers. So I think this is going to lead to some difficulties. This is going to cause some complications. So that's kind of where it ends. She gets dragged back to the underworld by Hades. And yeah. So this was cool, but also one of the reasons why I love this book is the layouts. Look at that layout.
That's what I'm saying. That's some Dragon Ball Z. That's some manga type shit right there.
Yes, but even look at the text. Look what's inside the text. It's not just saying boom. There's a flashback inside those.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Inside of the onomatopoeia.
Yeah, inside the lettering, the lettering are panels where it's a flashback, and just the layout of this book, the way they lay out the panels, and it's just really cool comic book storytelling going on in this book visually, and yeah. Good stuff. I love this book. Another 4 out of 5. I'm still on it. Like I said, my favorite absolute. Yeah, you see how the panels laid out?
Yeah,
yeah, cool stuff. Very, very creatively, visually stunning, and the way it's laid out. So, yeah, my favorite absolute book right now. Absolute
Nice.
winner number 20, 4 out of 5. Boom.
Nice. Okay.
Booyah.
So the book I got next is, what do I have next? Oh, this one. It's going to be Superman, but it's not Superman. It is Superman, but it's not Superman.
Oh, is this that Jor-El, Man of Tomorrow, or whatever?
No, I should have read that, but I didn't read that one. I think it's like a Elseworld, what the fuck ever. I don't know. Nah, this that Superboy Prime.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, more prime time, baby. You know, he knows in the comic and weird shit goes down. So let's see. Bam, let's go. Hold on. This book it's like the writers are really starting to play around with the fact he knows in the comics, so the books are starting to get weird from this point because now they can realize they can do anything. So yeah, so let's go right now. So we got Prime fighting Witchfire, and is that a new enemy, love interest, or both? Femme fatale? Is that what we're talking about now? So yeah, let's get to it. Let's get us out of here. Bam. All right. So book starts off with so he's so he's locking up the comic book shop, telling everybody, you know, make sure you read beta comics and use the comics, whatever, like that. But then he gets chased by, well, the girl that's on the cover, Witchfire. She's in a secret identity right now. She gets chased by Dracula, Werewolf, and Frankenstein. He's chased by them. So yeah. Okay. So Primetime like, okay, yes, the girl from the comic. Pull box number 87. Like he don't remember her, but she remembered the comic book that she pulled out. So that's how much of a nerd he is. So yeah, so it's like prime time, baby. So he just don't even go in the so she recognizes this all was bait. She did this shit on purpose because she knew outside the comic he was gonna try to help her out. So then she did like some magic whammy jammy shit, says some crazy Satana shit on her because she knows like Satana magic, and she hits him with magic. I am Witchfire. And she's like, yeah, I'm not that Superman. Magic don't work on me. So like burns off his clothes, but don't really do shit. So yeah. So magic is a weakness for Kal-El. Well, he's Kal-El too, but it don't matter. Weakness for regular Superman, but for him, magic, kryptonite, all that shit like that. I don't even think red sun energy works on him. None of that shit works. So yeah, she's like, what's going on? You know, she's like, yeah, that shit don't work on me. So yeah, she's like, oh yeah, you Witchblade. You was in that other book, The Power Company. She's like, what you talking about? So yeah. And she like, I thought you were just an innocent boy. You're not innocent. He goes in the history of the stuff he used to do before, because like I said, he is a former supervillain when he was, you know, killing the Legion of Superheroes and a bunch of crappy Teen Titans nobody knew about, you know. So this is his redemption arc, you know. So she's just like, oh well, fine. Well, anyway, I need to go stop these demons. She's like, hold up, let me go with you. So they fly away to go fight some demons. So now he shows up in some underground, you know, clubs like that. He like, wait, why do we look like dressed like we're in a Vertigo comic? You know, because they all emo, you know, shit like that. And she like, we got to go to HUC. And I'm pretty, they don't say who this is, but I'm pretty sure this is Silver Banshee. This is our first time showing up in the comic in like forever, you know. Hold on. There we go. All right, so they're dancing, and they're like some Bruce Timm, Batman Beyond type shit right there. Anyway, keep going like that. They're looking at the club, looking for demons and shit. Or at least the other people came and she giving her backstory about she found this book, this demon book, I guess where she found it, she learned magic, she fought Wonder Woman, she was good, she was evil, she was bad, she's on the redemption arc also. And while she's doing all that, she's talking, and then he bumps into Jimmy Olsen. You're like, do I know you? You're like, no, you kind of know me, but you don't know me. You're like, you look familiar. You're like, see you later, pal. You're like, pal. Because like I said, Jimmy Olsen is Silver Banshee's boyfriend. So, of course, if she's there, he's there. You know, and that's the last we see of Jimmy Olsen in this book. You know, we haven't seen him in a while. So, yeah. Matter of fact, she kind of like Death.
Oh, yeah, Sandman? Sandman shit, yeah.
Yeah, so all this shit is on purpose like that. So they basically go underground, and they see like basically the other witches. She was with her coven. They then think, okay, we need to go here so we can find out how to stop these demons and shit like that. Bring your boyfriend with you. And then this is why I hate this shit right here when they flip the book upside down, because like say if you try to read the shit on tablet, if you flip the tablet upside down, the tablet flips with you. So you still can't read the shit.
Yeah.
So
gotta hit that lock, go into settings and hit the lock screen and shit.
Oh shit. I could have did that.
You could have did that, yeah.
Fuck. Okay, I'll know next time.
Or you can put it on the floor and
right. Okay, you give me life hacks. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, so they find the demons. They're finding Lady Blaze and Lord Satanus. Because basically Neron has taken over hell and kicked them out. So yeah, so now you got a whole bunch of demons going out like that. She like, okay, we're gonna do some magic whammy jammy to try to send them back to hell, but we need you to keep the demons off of us, Prime. She like, oh, well, that's all you gotta say. He was like, hell yeah. So he tears off his suit. He like, time for this book to go M-rated. Because since it's demons, he ain't gotta hold back. She like punching through shit like that. She like, and then you got an editor's note at the bottom. Don't worry, they're demons. He can dismember them. It's okay. So yeah. So basically ripping them apart. And then this shit right here. Come on, man. That's the shit Sentry did.
Oh yeah,
in to Ares, whatever like that. So he's just ripping these demons apart and shit. So yeah, they're like, oh fuck, they beating the shit out of us. We need to get the hell out of here. So they're trying to take over Metropolis. Basically, since they got kicked out of hell, they're trying to turn Metropolis into hell on earth. They're trying to do. So basically, they find enough a spell to do it right, and they send the demons back to hell. You know, and I just like this panel right here. I like this panel too. Damn, Moore be killing it, man. Yeah. Anyway, so linger on that for a minute. And she's like, oh, my girlfriend. Okay, yeah. So basically, they open up a portal to hell. They send all the demons back to hell. Meanwhile, they open up another portal back to regular Metropolis, and boom, they save the day. That's it. So yeah, she was like, thank you. Man, that was fun beating up some demons. She's like, yeah, thank you for, saving us from Metropolis from getting turned to hell on earth also. She's like, yeah, whatever. So they get ready to kiss up like that. But then he realized he's still talking crazy shit like that. At first, he thought it was magic affecting him. It ain't magic. It's something else. And then he gets like, ooh, I can't see what's going on. And then he gets sucked out of the comic.
Oh shit.
Yeah. She like, the fuck? So now he is in the interior page of the rough draft of the comic. Like, what the fuck going on here? He was like, yeah, it took me a while to really figure you out, Superboy Prime. But now I got you locked in. I can make you do whatever I want to. I can really like fuck with your head, stuff like that. So who is it? It's the whole time Manchester Black. Bam. Been controlling him for the last 3 issues. You're like, Manchester Black, didn't you team up with Superman to take down Lex Luthor? She's like, yeah, look what that did for me. Lex Luthor killed me. So just like you on your redemption arc, I'm showing you what happened when you go on redemption arc. You get turned into me. So what I'm going to do is show you how bad you really want to be redeemed. So then he sends him back. He tries like lazy. It don't do shit because he ain't there. He kicks the shit out of it. He kicks him out of the comic. He was like, this is what you wanted to see. That he's talking to us like y'all want to see this shit. Because since he knows what Prime knows, he knows he's in a comic too. So yeah, he was like, well, here you go. And then bam, he kicks Superboy Prime. He's like, oh no, I'm back here right when Infinite Crisis, when all those bullshit ass Teen Titans and Legion of Superheroes guys he killed, they're gonna fight him again. So yeah, versus Infinite Crisis. So he sent him back to Infinite Crisis. So
okay,
this book. So yeah, like I said, it's getting crazier and crazier meta. So now it's Infinite Crisis is when his biggest, oh, he's gone. Don't worry about that. So that was his biggest. Well, I think I did that.
Okay,
I did do that.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I think I fucked up.
Oh shit.
Anyway, we're good. The biggest thing he was doing is that that was when he became a villain in Infinite Crisis. So since he's replaying Infinite Crisis, he has to redo things the way he did it before. Otherwise, he's back in his villain arc. So yeah, overall, 4-5. I want to see where this book goes. This was definitely a filler issue right here, but I'm cool with it. So yeah. So what you got next?
What's your score?
4-5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will do. What am I doing? Detective Comics 1109.
Oh, with the Terrific Trio or
the Terrific Trio.
I don't know what they call them.
Yeah, with Ollie and Diana or Diana.
Yeah.
The Black Canary and Black Oliver or Black Oliver.
Black Oliver.
Green Oliver.
White Oliver.
Green Arrow and Black Canary. Batman, Green Arrow, Black Canary. So yeah, this is Tom Taylor, Detective Comics, that story about the Prion kid. That kid that they knew back in the day.
Right?
Yeah, they were visiting his cemetery or his grave, and then some other folks showed up with a young girl. They didn't know who she was. There's no listing of her identity. And then the last issue, she showed up on during a meeting that Ollie was having with another corporate, this shady corporation CEO, and she throws him off the building. So we pick up where that issue left off, and Ollie is falling. but it's Oliver Queen. He whips out his belt, and due to his awesomeness with arrows and his hand strength, he's able to save himself. But Batman was also there too, just in case. I was here just in case something fucked up. So they go back up to the top of the building, and they find the girl still there. And so, hey, you tried to throw me off the building. No, I tried to save you. And she's like, don't bullshit with me. I know you. And she takes off. She jumps off the building, and then a parachute paraglides out. But then Batman, does his glider, and there's a chase through the city, flying through the city. And then they hit the ground, and then she ends up whooping Batman's ass.
Oh, damn. Wait, who was Batman's ass?
The girl, this little girl.
Okay. Yeah.
The little girl from the cemetery. She ends up whipping Batman's ass and escapes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, who the hell is this chick? Who the hell is this girl? Like, she's super powerful, and who the hell trained her? And we don't know who she is. And anyway, she escapes. And while she's escaping, she's on her phone, and they're calling her Prion now. They're like, Prion, you need to escape. You cannot be captured by the Justice League. Whatever you do, get away as best as, get out of there. Don't let Batman or Green don't let Batman or Green Lantern,
5 times fast, but
yeah, Green Lantern catch you. Do not let them capture you. So come on, Prion. She's calling her Prion. Says, okay. So she escapes, goes to the alleys and here and there, catwalks. Anyway, she escapes, makes it to the safe house, and cool, you made it. And who is it? It's Black Canary.
Okay.
So dun 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 dun. Black Canary is in cahoots with this girl who everyone doesn't know who she is.
Maybe she trained her. So yeah.
Yeah, the plot thickens. So yeah, 4 out of 5, pretty cool. Just seeing Batman get his ass whipped by this little girl was kind of funny. He's comparing her to Damien. So yeah, 4 out of 5.
All right, cool. All right. Last book I'm going to do is a book from last week that I wanted to do, but I'm gonna do it now. Eli, since you've been talking about the absolute books left and right, absolute this, absolute that, I'm doing an absolute book.
Okay.
Absolute Green Arrow.
Okay. I've like I said, I've heard good things about this.
Okay, that's why I wanted to review it. I was like, I gotta talk about this. I gotta talk about this. No, I'm talking about nothing else. I gotta talk about Absolute Green Arrow. So hold on, let me see. Yeah, buddy. Okay. So, like I said, when we left off with Green Arrow last time, well, he was in one of those Absolute Justice League books, beaten to death by Hawkman.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. That's last we saw. So this book picks up, the first issue picks up after that. So we try to figure out what's going on with that. What's the mystery of who is Green Arrow? So it can't be Ali, because Ali dead body was thrown on the table.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully not him, or maybe somebody else. We're gonna see. So
no Lazarus Pit, I guess, for him. I guess
we don't know. Maybe. So this is a crazy ass book. Anyway, let's get to it. Anyway, Green Arrow, and I think Green Catwoman comes out probably this week. I think it's out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolute Catwoman.
Absolute Catwoman. Yeah. So that's the next Absolute book right there. All right. So we cut to, like I said, Oliver Queen is dead. So his business partner Jubal Slade is just drinking shit like that. Since Ollie's dead, he decided, get his security up and shit like that, just in case, somebody comes after him. And he was like, wait, am I sad Ollie's dead? Shit, I wish I had a front row seat to it. I want his ass dead. But don't worry, I got like the best killers in the country right now. I got the best security team and hold me out, so nobody's gonna touch me and shit like that. The ex-military, all shit like that. And you got this guy right here, and bam, he gets shot in the head by arrow. He's like, what the fuck?
Green arrow.
A green arrow, right? So he runs the fuck out of here. His name is Jubal Slade, is what his name is. So he runs the fuck up out of there, runs out of here, goes see his other bodyguards, all of them dead with green arrows. Runs to the next room.
Green Olivers.
Green Olivers, right. So another one of his bodyguards got shot in the back with a green arrow, and he's bleeding from his nose like that, so it's a poison arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's getting the fuck out of here. He was like, I'll pay you whatever you want. Just don't kill me. What I want is an example. And you got Absolute Green Arrow right there. And that's it. So you get the death of billionaire Jubal Slade, the other co-founder of the Green Arrow Trading Company. That was the app that they built, stuff like that. And then you got a whole bunch of reports like that. And people in the streets are celebrating that Jubal Slade is dead. Why are they celebrating? Because allegedly he was a pedophile that had his own island.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're going there. So yeah. So like, you want me to be upset about a billionaire human trafficker? Like, no, fuck that guy. So they just celebrate the sugar. They talk about, alias, shit like that, and and
so much for the tolerant left,
right? so now you got this pop star, whoever this is, like that, and people are going in. You got this big chick right there, and she gets pissed off, and she just punched the shit out of this guy, like that. And then that's when we realize that big bodyguard chick is Dinah Lance.
Okay.
Black Canary.
Black Canary.
What did I say? Black Canary?
You said Black Canary. I thought you did that was on purpose.
No, I didn't. I meant like Camaro. But anyway, I combined them both. Black Canary. It's Black Canary.
I thought you were being clever and shit.
No, I wasn't even thinking about it. I'm thinking about a Camaro I used to have. But anyway, Black Canary, she's like this 6 foot tall muscle mommy in this shit like that, going to therapy and shit, And she basically said like, oh, I got one last chance to do this, because basically she didn't get fired, so she stayed credential, but she got reassigned to another case. So
wait. Like, so this is Black Canary.
This is Black Canary. Yes.
Does she have her voice?
No.
Oh.
She just whoops ass. That's all she does.
Okay.
So, and she's basically getting reassigned to another case, another billionaire, because like I said, since Ali got killed and that pedophile got killed, they're thinking that this Green Arrow is going around just killing billionaires, shit like that. So they're basically, giving the billionaires all the best bodyguards they could possibly find. And like, you need to see and the bodyguard to hire her is Mr. Merlin, which is a Green Arrow villain in the regular comics and shit like that. You remember Malcolm Merlin on the CW
what's
shit
his
like
face?
that. So, all right, so
Merlin, what the fuck was his name again? Marvin Merlin? I can't remember.
Malcolm Merlin.
Merlin. Yeah. I remember that dude.
That guy, yeah. So basically, another reason she hired him because she's Ali's ex. So she 8 years ago when Ali was broke and shit like that, he was saying, I got this idea, it's gonna make me rich. Basically, I'm going to build this app that's going to teach people how to invest in stock and be in it. And I'm going to call it Green Arrows. And I'm going to notice it's just like another app in real life called Robinhood. You ever heard of that app, Eli?
Yeah.
Yep. Same thing.
Yep.
So he like, I got an idea for it, but I need a guy to like, put it into motion for me. And that's when Jubal Slade comes in, because Jubal Slade is like the idea guy. But the thing is, he's a fucking creep. Like whenever he talks to Black Canary or Dinah, he never looks her in the face, just neck down, something like that. And she was like, why the hell you hang around this guy? This guy's weird, man. She was like, yeah, but he's a genius. Like, he's gonna make us a billionaire, We're all gonna be billionaires, we're gonna be, and then we can ditch this guy later on, so like that. But of course, Ali being Ali, cheated on Dinah. That's why she broke up with him. So yeah. And he became billionaire, and then that's when he got beat to death, by Hawkman and shit. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's just like, and the other guy turns out, everything they said about him, I believe that shit, because that guy's weird as fuck. So yeah, so she decides to go, and the other guy she's supposed to be protecting, this is fucked up right here. This is fucked up. That's Jubal Slade, the guy at the very beginning. We didn't see what happened to him. We're seeing what happened to him now. So he got 2 green arrows in the eye. He cut off his fingers. And he cut off his dick.
No,
yes. Anything that could be used on a little girl, they cut that shit off. The Green Arrow. So she was like, damn. God damn. So that's what Dinah's like right there. Like, yeah, that's what they did to her. She was like, okay, yeah. So they looking at, people that could be, Green Arrow. Is it Roy Harper? Speedy? Is it Mia Dernay? Also Speedy? And Tom Holloway, I think the Spider or something like that. I never really heard about the guy, but yeah. So yeah, they're basically saying, okay, we need to go protect these billionaires, these asshole billionaires. But the guy she's supposed to be protecting is a guy that sold poison to hope, like his soul's like poison medicines and shit like that. And then he got bailed by his company, so he actually got a promotion after he like killed millions. So she got to protect this guy. So, and then that's when Hector Hammond shows in. She was like, I can't take this job, man. This guy's a fucking asshole. She's like, oh, this what you doing like this? Okay. Do you need this job for your dad's, medical bills, right? And then give me the pad. And then he just bam zeroes out his income. So now she can't afford any of his dad to cover. Like, I raise all the coverage on me, shit like that. You can't afford it. So what you gonna do? Go home, talk about it, come back, and I might give you access to your dad's, medical bills again. She's like, damn. So basically, she has no choice but to work for these billionaire assholes. So, and then the dad's like, I don't like it, but you got to do it. So, Captain Lance from the Green Arrow show. So, yeah. So you got the Arrow Cave. They go down there and they're looking at it. And then next thing you know, arrows, and bam, everybody gets shot at and shit like that. She's dodging. Bam. She catches the arrow, but not enough for Reese Tyler to get, chipped in the. She's like, you messed up my face, you big bitch. She's like that. But doesn't matter because all it takes is a little bit and now he's dead. So, yeah, because it's poison.
Oh, she's not the Green Arrow.
No, she's not the Green Arrow. No, she's finding out who's the Green Arrow. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a murder mystery. It's noir.
It's a noir.
Yeah. So another arrow comes with a grenade in it.
When I thought you said Black Canaro, I thought.
Oh, you thought I meant I'm combining them.
That's on me. Black Canary and Black Canary. I mean, I can't say his name tonight. Green Arrow.
Green Ollie, but yeah.
Green Ollie.
Yeah. So he shoots a grenade into a gas tank in a car. Boom, does exactly what you think is going to happen like that. Chopping everybody up. And then you got the awesome shot of Green Arrow. He doesn't say you have failed this city. I was waiting to say it, but he don't say it. So, yeah. But anyway, his quiver, she's knocked out. She's done. He goes for Hector Hammond. And okay, you see his quiver, right? His quiver is made of 2 machetes.
Okay.
So he unlocks them. Got him like that. So now he still got the bow, the string on the end of them. Oh. So now he can like whip them around like nunchucks and shit. Nunchuck machetes.
Nunchuck machetes, yeah.
Yeah. Chopping people's heads off and shit like that, just going at everybody. She's like, this guy's too fast. His speed, he's everything like that, chopping people up. He's going to Hector Hammond. And he like, Hammond, he was like, look, it wasn't me. I didn't kill him. Hawkman killed him. Carter killed him. And she like, wait, and then bam, he chops his hand off. And he like, oh, he was like, that's what you get. And then he runs off. He like, next time I'm gonna chop off something else. And she like, going past that, she like, oh, he knows what happened to Ollie? Because she thought the whole time like they didn't know what the fuck going on, but I was some bigger conspiracy going on right there. So yeah. So she goes back down there with her boss, and then they found all kind of weird ass experiments underneath Ollie's arrow cave, and this fucked up kid right here.
Damn.
Yeah. To be continued. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Crazy book, man. It's crazy. Like this more absolute shit. So yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I gotta admit,
that's pretty cool. They go to like, we don't know who the Green Arrow is. We never find out. Maybe it's Ollie back from the dead. Maybe it's another guy. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. No, like I said, I've been hearing good things, and now that you've read it to me,
right? now we know. That way, when I go to the next story, we know what's going on with that. So, yeah. Crazy ass story, man. So yeah. That's all I got. Anything else you got?
Oh, well, I'm booked out. I did read. What else did I read? I read Infernal Hulk, which
Eli, that book is getting traction.
Yeah, I did read it. He went after the X-Men.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, he went after X-Men and captured Glob.
Why Glob?
We don't know yet. That's a mystery. That's noir.
Okay. Like out of all the X-Men, Glob. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So what? Yeah, this version of the Hulk is like super ill. He's like basically took powers from the elder gods or whatever. The monster of he's the father of monsters.
I'm starting to see him pop up in these death battles now.
Yeah. And abilities from the one above all and the one below all. So basically, he's a super psychic now too.
Yeah.
And he's been like fucking with the X-Men's heads. So like Quentin Quire and Emma, they had to like put like psychic barriers to keep them so he can't fuck with them psychically.
Yeah, because they're Omega level, so they're supposed to be able to stop that shit.
Yeah. So like Quentin Quire playing video games with one of the guys, and he's like, I'm kicking your ass while still keeping a psychic force field over the whole base. Right. But Infernal Hulk captures Leech.
Now Leech is powerful. I can see him catching Leech. That makes sense.
He captures Leech and then goes to the base, and then Quentin couldn't detect him rolling up on the set because Leech was there dampening everybody's powers and shit. And there's a fight with Infernal Hulk and the X-Men, and then he takes Glob. We don't know why. So that's it, yeah, pretty cool. What else did I read? Oh, that fucking Doom Quest. God, that was exhausting.
Okay, I'm kind of doomed out.
So was I. I
okay.
dropped. It was a light week, so I was like, I'll check out this Doom book just to check in what's going on, and I'm like, oh man.
So is he back now? Because I thought they killed him.
I guess I don't know, but he's basically building a time machine so he can go rewrite history again, and ends up on the Titanic, and I'm like, I don't care.
Okay.
And they're writing. I don't know. I feel like they're starting to take. I get that he's coming out in the movies,
Right.
but I feel like they're taking Doom way too seriously. Like,
yeah, every time you turn around, Doom is popping up. So
yeah, and he's like, talks with all this very overly written dialogue that I think is supposed to be witty, but just is very hard and convoluted to read. And there was a moment in the
Doom has never been like that.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, but there was a moment in the comic where Sue basically tells him, he's like talking to Sue, is like, oh, if you knew what I was gonna do, you wouldn't stand in my way. And she's like, oh, you're not that simple. Oh, you're not that complicated. You're actually very simple.
Yeah, take over the world.
You're just another regular ass villain trying to take over.
Right.
And I'm like, yes, that's all he is.
That's all he is, right?
Why do I have to read a giant laundry list of phone book of dialogue of this guy talking shit? He just wants to go build a time machine and go rewrite history again.
Right.
And anyway, he ends up on the Titanic.
Okay.
Because time travel and the Titanic, and we haven't seen this episode of Doctor Who before.
Right. I just want to know, is he gonna put Leonardo DiCaprio on the
I don't know.
the thing with Rose, so to say?
Yeah. What is this? Time Bandits? What the hell?
Right.
So I was like I said, it was a light week, so I was like, I'll read that too. So, but I was gonna review that G.I. Joe from last week because it didn't drop on digital till this week.
Mm-hmm.
I read that, and that was pretty cool. That's like got a horror vibe where they go and infiltrate us. They're looking for Energon and Cobra, like Destro and Cobra show up, and the G.I. Joe show up, and there's some sort of ghost stuff going on in this haunted city, and Crystal Ball is behind it. So I thought it was pretty cool, so. Okay. But that's basically what I read. 4 out of 5 on all of them. 4 out of 5 on Inferno Hulk. Give a 3 out of 5. I'll be nice and give Doom Quest a 3 out of 5.
Okay, not too harsh on it.
Yeah, G.I. Joe is another 4 out of 5.
Cool. All right. Also, we have a bonus episode coming up the middle of this week.
Oh yeah,
I'm doing double duty, so yeah. Eli won't be able to join us on that episode, so I'm going to have to bring in a ringer. I bring in a ringer. Yeah.
An understudy.
Yeah. I'm just call him Eli the whole time. So anyway. But anyway, what we're going to do is that we're going to interview the creator of the DC So White campaign.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you were bringing on the dude from your comic shop.
I'm bringing on him too.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm having him helping me interview the guy because the DC So White campaign is going to be a boycott of comic book shops. I feel like I should bring on a comic book shop owner.
Oh, okay.
To briefly talk to him.
I thought you were going to bring on Gomer or something.
Why? Shout out to Gomer, but stay out on me like that.
Yeah, shout out to Gomer.
Yeah, shout out to Gomer. Shout out to AKA David. I know he's still listening too. So yeah. So that's what I want to do. So that's going to be happening this Wednesday. I am going to be promoting it and stuff like that. I might put up a flyer or something like that. But yes, like I said, it's going to be me and another guy interviewing the creator of DC So White. Like I said, he's been making his rounds, Eli. This guy is everywhere right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and he's basically on the podcast tour, and he can stop by here also. So we're going to do a quick interview, talk about him. And yeah. And like I said, I've already said my piece on what I thought about that whole boycott on this podcast. Luckily, it was at the very end of the podcast. Nobody heard it. So I didn't clip it on purpose. So, but I feel like I might say it directly to his face when I see him. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I get canceled, like Comic Books Explain, Eli, you'll know. Okay. You'll be canceled with me, so it won't really matter.
Yeah,
you'll know.
Yeah. Too bad. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to be there, but Wednesdays are hard for me. So
It's cool. Like I said, it's the best time because I know it'd be really, really hard for him to pop on his podcast at 2:00 in the morning. So
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So
not everybody can roll with us. So
right. So yeah. So until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.